Welcome to the Vitality Strategist. These are insights for women operating at a deficit. Your overloaded mind is creating the vitality gap, and I'm here to tell you how. In this edition of the Vitality Strategist, I'll explain the link between the vitality gap and the mental load you're carrying and why it matters. And I also offer an exercise to guide your first steps in addressing your mental load. I like how sociologist Allison Daminger breaks down cognitive load into 4 stages: anticipating needs, identifying options, making decisions, and monitoring outcomes. And this definition leaves me with one question: when are you not doing this? It explains so much about where your time and energy go over the course of the day. The mental exhaustion it brings is problematic on its own, but it carries a secondary cost when it comes to the vitality gap. And I, like you, know exactly how this feels. Until I became more aware of the pattern, I can say what I experienced came from external sources and some I created on my own. The external force comes from the extractive systems like parenting, work, caregiving, your community, all the places that you carry a role and responsibility. It's a wheel that keeps turning, perpetuated by roles we choose or that choose us. And Daminger's 4 stages pinpoint the processes you follow as a leader, a mom, a daughter. The gravity of the thing doesn't matter, whether it's preparing for a day at the beach or making sure your team is ready for the presentation. Daminger's cycle applies. But it doesn't end there. For me, I can see how it became a habit. When I could have decided to be in the moment and detach, I would be on to the next thing, choosing to plug into Daminger's cycle instead. I can see this as being so used to relying on your competence that you seek out reasons to do so, prioritizing outcome over experience. And I learned how to recognize this pattern and free myself from this elective burden. And this all matters because the greater your cognitive load, the less decision-making capacity you have for anything else. And by anything else, I mean you. And the vitality gap calls you to make decisions about how to shape your time to benefit you. But when your cognitive load is too great, you give up before you even start. So you end up numbing. You turn to whatever the nearest screen can offer you, the substance you prefer most, and the couch, thinking that's all the energy you have to do. Then life kicks in again and you get back at it without having built your resources to handle it. You start to feel tired as a way of life and over-rely on your self-discipline to push through. And the vitality gap gets wider the more you do this. And when the vitality gap widens, it doesn't self-repair. If you leave it alone, you're not being strong. Since the vitality gap brings a performance cost, you're actually weakening yourself. You become less present, less strategic, less creative. You just can't access your full capacity. So to do what matters most, you have to interrupt the pattern. So now it's time to tag you in. Now you know Daminger's four phases: anticipating, identifying, deciding, and monitoring. This week, apply them to see where your time and attention go and ask yourself these questions. First, where are you running through all 4 phases? Next, are you doing this alone? And then, are you pursuing a goal you really care about, or are you falling into a habit? And next, if you are carrying it alone, how could you share it? And if it's a habit, how frequently does this kick in? And the last one is that for me, the cost of the cognitive load was too high to keep it up. What's that cost for you? And when you can recognize that some of your mental load is assigned and some you pick up voluntarily, you can better identify the weight of it. It won't clear the weight, but it will help you see it more plainly. And that's when you can start addressing it. If you're interested in learning more about the Vitality Gap, I'm inviting you to check out my free recorded session where I walk through it, give you a bunch of research and other insights to help you understand the Vitality Gap and how it's showing up in your life, and why the Fun Reset is the right framework to choose to help you address it. You can access that masterclass at thefunreset.com. Thanks a lot for listening.